Hide your wallets, y'all. There's poor people around with the broke ass. Reefer.
Stick around to the end, guys. I promise it's gonna get funny. Okay, so today we're talking about feeding our fish on a budget, making sure they have a well balanced diet, they're happy, they are our pets, and like our dogs and cats, we want our fish and corals to be healthy and thrive. So, what I feed my fish, we have a variety of foods here. We have your pellet foods, uh, your seaweed things, which I feed all the fish 2 to 3 times a week, and the little magnetic uh, suckers are the best to hold them, the little magnetic clips. I only have one because I am the broke ass reefer. So when it goes between tanks, I'm sure to either leave it out to completely dry, or I let it soak in RODI water for at least 10 minutes because I don't want cross contamination. And then what I'll do is I'll take, you get a bunch of these in here. I'll cut them into slices that I want to keep and put them in the old bag, broke ass reefer tip, and use that to feed the fish. With the pellet foods, I keep them in multiple sizes. I got this one. Look, it says cichlid, but I'm feeding marine fish. What's up with that? It doesn't matter. Your fish don't care. What you're looking for is crude protein, things like that. This one here, if you look, package damage and shit.
But Papa, how can you get all this fish stuff when you're always broke?
Normally $70 from the fish store. Sale $35. And what I do is I mix them up, all the different sizes, in some of the old buckets or things like that. And then when I get home, as you'll see, I'll show you my routine later. I feed them. And then I always like to get these little cubes. They're easy to work with from the pet store. They are a bit expensive. They're $7 to $11 a pop. A cheaper way to go, and how the broke ass reefer does it, I tried to go by the grocery store today. They didn't have a whole lot. You can get shrimp. You can get a bag of shrimp like this for $10. Chop it up into little pieces. Your fish are going to love it just as much as these mussels that cost me, what, $10. Alright? I happen to live close to a bait shop where I can get squid. This bag of squid here cost me $5 from the bait shop. Much cheaper. This same size bag from the fish store cost me $18.99 they wanted for this. Alright. Also, Meister shrimp are also a great thing to feed. I get them in the big bags. And this will last me probably all year. Look, I take a chop off, and then I chop it into smaller pieces and into little cube-sized pieces. This will last me forever. This bag here with the little tiny pellets. I'm gonna mix it in with other stuff. This will probably last me 2 years, at least, at a pinch at a time. $35. That's how we do it. Got eels. Silver sides are good to feed the eels or the squid. If you don't have a bait shop around, Walmart's around the corner. Bet you they got some squid a lot cheaper than your local fish store. Just saying, this is how we save money. And I do get at this fish store, these I like to cut off the tentacles. The eels love the tentacles as well as the trigger. Don't have time to feed them tonight, but check out my eel feeding videos. Trigger trouble. Good stuff. And there's also flake food. I've never really been a big fan of the flake food, especially since it's colored and whatnot. A lot of the stuff. This is the first fish food I bought in quite some time. Yeah, you can't see it, but it's red. I don't think that's a natural color. But I am going to be leaving these tanks alone for about 3-4 weeks this summer. So check out my next upcoming videos on prepping all my tanks to be away. And of course, Carlos from Ultimate Aquariums will be watching after them for me. And everybody else eats pellets. I can put automatic feeders on. I'm gonna see, these guys won't. So I'm gonna try some flake food. Maybe they'll like it. Maybe that'll be the solution I'm looking for. Alright, so I'll take you a quick run through of how my 20 minutes a day of feeding my fish goes. And check it out.
Another way we save money, broke ass reefer tip, hijack the wife's or the girlfriend's Tupperware. You can store your dry pellets. When I get home every day, I go around all the tanks and I just give them a little bit. But I always feed it slow. There they go. Let them know that, because these are packed, they're very nutrient dense. And I don't want too many to land on the sand. I want them to eat them all because later I'm going to go around with the frozen foods in about an hour or two. So just a little bit to tide them over when I get home from work. And I've always put a couple of the big ones up in there. The bigger fish, they always go for the biggest one they can fit in their mouth.
And for the last feeding of the night, oftentimes after the regular daylights go off, depends, helps for the corals, they like to eat at night. We get our half spoon of fish eggs for all the spoiled guys. Of course, there's Jeff. Thank you for the name. And the corals love the fish eggs. I'll put some over here as well. Especially the hammers and the torch. My meat coral, he's kind of sucked up right now. Emerald crab, he's out. Clam, it's nighttime for him. My tuxedo urchin, he's out on the prowl. There's one little mushroom, I don't know if you can see him glowing green down in here. He's actually pulled off his frag and went up. But okay, yeah, Brahman spud are eating. Yellow tang loves them. The Royal Gamma loves them. That's the next one I need to name. It's the Royal Gamma. I think he needs a name. But so anyways, this is how the broke-ass reefer feeds his fish on a budget. Good night.